Nerding and hoarding. Quick and dirty DIY electronics.
There you go. Welcome to the Nerdings and Hoarding show. And so this is the third part of a little series called Automatic Gain Control, or it's not called that because the last episode was called how to make operational amplifier or non-inverting amplifier. But anyway, it's gonna be what I said was, yes, what we learned in the previous video was, and now I will zoom in a little bit like this. So we learned about the non-inverting, inverting amp, and it was like this: plus, minus, bam, bam, in, and this goes to resistor to ground, and this goes to resistor to out, and this is out. So, and yes, we put I don't remember, maybe we put a potentiometer on this one, so then we could control the amplification of this circuit right here. But the automatic gain control, so that is, sorry, I have so much trash, garbage. So the automatic gain control, so it will use the same basic layout, but this one will be something called LDR, light dependent resistor. And what is a light dependent resistor? Well, it's a resistor that changes if you shine light on it. Yes, but how is that going to help us? Well, because there is something called a Vactrol. The Vactrol is a LDR connected to a LED, and it looks like this. LED looks like this, you know, sort of, and there comes a light point here, and that goes to a sort of thing that looks like this, and then this is encapsulated in very dark plastic heat shrink. And what you do, or what I will try, is something like this. We have our incoming signal here. Here it's my inspirational. This is from, if you go to AGC on Wikipedia, you find this image. But I think it's a little bit too hard, so I won't use it. So what I will do, take a, this will probably, I will probably use a trim pot here, and I don't know the value yet, so a trim, I just write trim, and hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Oh, there's a problem, right? Seeing anything? Yes, and this right here will be the thing that I drew, and here will be a, so this whole thing will be encapsulated in plastic, and there will be something like this. Unfortunately, I'm not so good at this breadboarding thing. Otherwise, that would be kind of perfect for this right here. And another thing that I want to do then is take from the output, because the output will vary with the input, so therefore we put this voltage into the diode here, And then maybe we put a trimmer here also, at least in the first version of this. On the other side of the diode needs just a little limiting resistor, just 1K, and then go to ground. So can we build this? Should I build this? That's the question. Should I build this? And here, by the way, is the output. So should I build this, or should I try to put it on a breadboard? Well, I say breadboard is not so fun, because when you have built something, you actually have to destroy it in order to use your breadboard again. So I say, no, let's just build it, solder it. And yeah, and I will use code 3.8. Okay, this code right here or this code right here is the same. So these are two alternatives that you can use. They're called like this. They're the same pinout, I think. So then you have this. I shouldn't have written this inside here, because here I need to draw. Anyway, this goes to voltage E, which means negative voltage, and this goes to VCC, which means positive voltage. And this here goes to, guess what? This thing right here. So I just make it a little small plus there, a little small minus there, a little small out there. Ow. Oh. So we will only use, we will not use this, and this means not connected. Of course, when you build this, you can connect whatever you want there, but I will not do that. So, without further ado, I introduce to you the soldering iron. You see how dirty that is? No, you shouldn't tell anyone it's dirty, because they will get sad. Okay, no, seriously, focus, and I will try to build this thing. Just to get, so this is basically the same. This was from Wikipedia. It's basically the same, just that it's putting this right here, extra thing, and there's some extra things right here. But this is where I put my trimmer. So if I use this value here and sort of use a similar value, or like maybe I can use a 100K trimmer, and for yes, here is having two in parallel like this, and I wonder about that. If that is something I should try. And if I should put a trimmer right here, I think I will just, don't mind that too much. And but the trimmer right here can be 200. Okay, I guess. Yeah. So there we go. So let's bring out some components. Or should I make a layout? Yes, of course I should, but I don't want to do that because I am so tired of doing that. So I will just skip it, and I will do it in my head, and hopefully it won't fail, but most likely it will. But you know, that's why you watch this channel, am I right, people? Am I right? Should be called learning and hoarding and failing. Anyway, so where was I? Where am I? Where is I? Why am I here? And why is the universe round? No, it's not round. It's flat. Yes, have you not heard about the Flat Universe Society? It's a society to believe that the universe is flat. And quick spoiler, they are right. No, I have no idea about this kind of stuff. I'm just babbling now, because the main reason why I made this channel is so that I can babble and babble and babble, because I have so much babble in me, but I'm so afraid of other people. So when I see other people, I become quiet, totally quiet. You can't believe it now, can you? So, guess what this is? This is tool maintenance 101. If you have a new solder iron of great quality, never do this. If you have one that has this sort of quality, you can do this in order to get it to work. And then dip the tip in flux fat, or whatever it's called. I'm not so sure. And then take a good look, close look at the tip. How does the tip look? This is so hard to do. Alright, everything should look like silver. If it looks like black, you need to remove it. Anyway, I am definitely not professional in this thing right here. So anyway, where was I? Right, so we will just take a tiny bit. Well, this is actually too tiny. Where am I? Here, okay. So a tiny bit of strip board. Because why use more than we need, right? Am I right? Am I right, people? Am I right? And just quickly freebase it through like this. 3 holes, 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go. Now I'm gonna try to do this the correct way that I just learned in the recent video. Is to take this backside like this and put this through here like that, and yes. So this is actually going to be a bit crowded, but who cares, you know? Who cares? Well, the problem now is that I do care, actually, because I want to be able to put in a power connector. So I will untake this. I don't know what is the word for this right here. Okay, so take 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th row you cut in the middle. You can of course use a ruler if you're not quick and dirty. Alright, like that. Bam. And we are on fire today. So, because we are on fire, and I must now remember to do this as if it was upside down, because I do want the holes to be right here. Bam, bam, bam. That means I have to think with my brain. Okay, brain, please think with me. So, right here, I want the holes to go here. So then when I turn it over, holes go right here. Which is very confusing for my brain right now, but it will have to just learn this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. And while I am at it, as you know, I will make 3 holes here, because that's always what I need. Like that. And I got a new idea. Where there are holes, just draw a little hole like this, maybe, so you know. Because previous episode I drilled small holes in the small holes, but a little bit bigger. But I won't do that now, so I just draw like that. So, there you go. Beautiful. And now put in the thing. What is it called? It's called an IC, integrated circuit, or a chip. Chip. If you have more of them, you can call them chips, but you cannot eat them because it's not healthy. Definitely not healthy for you. Alright, so I will mainly have this on here and then have power, incoming power, because that severely helps the build speed if you have to think about what kind of power you will have. It will take a long time, you know, but we use the EURORACK power connector. So there you go, quick and dirty and beautiful. But wait a minute, did I screw up? No, you just turn. Look, I turned it like this instead of turning it like this. So remember, always turn it in the same way to reduce confusion. So if we just look at our electro drawing right here. So what is it that we want to have? We want an input here. The input comes here, exactly here, bam, to there. So why not just say that our input is purple. You see that? Purple. I wrote purple there, but I misspelled it, of course, because, you know, dyslexia. But dyslexia is actually the new cool, you know. It actually means, hey, yo, I'm cool. I'm too cool for school. I'm too cool for spelling, you know. Right. So I will just put it like this. And hopefully that's correct. But no, guess what? It's not correct because, excuse me, look here, look here, look here, look here. So it's actually this, the third pin that we want to use, because this will go to here and this will go to here, and here is our power connector. Why is it so dark over here? Can't see that. Yes, here is our VCC, VEE, and GND, and that's, by the way, it's here. So there we, nope, I put it in the wrong way again. Alright, so now, you see I did it again. So turn it over like this, okay, looks good, yes, very good. And then, what more do we need? What more do we actually need? And for those of you who just entered the video, we are doing an automatic gain control with the knowledge that we received in the last video, where we learned about non-inverting amplifier using an operational amplifier. So, oh my god, very confusing this. So please note to myself, always turn it over the same way every time you turn it over. So turn it over like this. Alright, so we can say that we have connected this point, and now we want to connect this point right here, which is if you see, it's here, which is here. And I will say that this one will be a turquoise. And guess what? I just happen to have a turquoise wire right there. So most likely I will take these components right here and put them somewhere else, not on this board, because this board is only for me to actually be able to work with this IC right here, because ICs are sort of what do you call it, they are not easy to work with in a sort of freebase or point-to-point soldering style that I have come to fancy lately. And here, the final one there, I will call it with dots. You see that? So this is so clear, you know. If you became my patron, you can get these high resolution scans, you know. Anyway, that's not the point right here. The point is just to have something to rest your eyes on. So now we only have to think about that we need to power the IC. And what does it need? Well, it needs VCC, which we decide is 12 volt plus, and it needs VEE, which we decide is negative 12 volts. And we just happen to have that in this particular connector here. So this line right here, maybe we should zoom a little in here, and we need to put something dark behind here, otherwise you won't see anything. So you see this pin right there, you see? And that one needs to be connected to here in order to be connected to there. This one is already connected, so the positive is already connected because I've done this sort of thing before. So we just need a little jumper from here to there. Super small thing. Just the smallest possible part of metal that you have lying around on your dirty desk. So I take this one right here, you see? It's a cut off leg from a resistor, so just, you know, bend it until it has a nice little U shape, which is 1/10 of an inch across, 2.5 millimeters between those points right there. And then we insert them, because between the holes here it's that measurement. Otherwise I wouldn't care at all how long you make it, but otherwise it won't go in. So then we do like this, and now we actually have everything that we need in place for getting the IC up and running, and then we can experiment with sort of the other parts right here. Are you getting a little bit too dark here? So just tell me if you think it's too dark or too much bright, and I can adjust that. No, I'm just kidding. This is no live stream. This is pre-recorded, you know. So there you go. And where did I put this? Right here. Yes. All right. So now we are getting too bright. I can definitely see that already, because I changed the automatic, or I changed the setting. So I will change the setting back to middle setting, and just maybe just a little bit like this. Does this look like a good shot for you who are into sort of videography? Anyway, I will shut up now and I will do a little bit of soldering. And in order to be able to do that, I need some glasses and a solder iron and some solder tin. Some solder. It's just called solder in English language. Very strange language. Okay, and this is looking seriously bad here. This is not supposed to look like this, so I will just try to yes. Alright, I'm sorry. Ow. I am unfortunately back at having a real lousy soldering iron. But you know, what can you do? Just bite the bullet, you know. No, this is definitely going to fail. I can sense it already. So I have to do something about this terrible tip right here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I will start with the solder fat. So we get a sort of smoke on a watcher, a fire in the sky, do 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 smoke. Alright, there's no more smoke, I can stop singing. Okay, so it still looks like shit, so what do? Good question, kid. Unfortunately, I don't have a good answer. But what I do have is something like this. And I have some old Soviet paper right here, you see? Because I ordered Ukrainian old Soviet vacuum tubes. Make sure to watch that video where I build a really cool, really simple vacuum tube distortion pedal. So we're now having a little bit of fire hazard here. So just pause now for a bit because we're having a fire alarm going off. Right, so it was only a false alarm as it often is. But you must never be too careful with fire because it can kill you and everyone in your entire building. Okay, so the next sort of maintenance thing that I'm going to do now is to put some solder in a sort of a little bowl here and then try to cover the tip like this. But it's looking kind of impossible, or at least impractical. Yeah. Yes. So what do you do? What do you do? Well, I have no fucking idea because I don't want to do maintenance while I am doing, you know, I'm a doer. I want to do things. So total productive maintenance. You need to include maintenance inside of your daily work process. Yeah, very interesting. Nobody cares. Yes. Alright, so what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Well, we try to find another solder because it is the solder that is the problem. It's the worst solder I ever have had. So I'm trying another solder fat right here. Solder fat is just some kind of flux with fat. So this is terribly making a terrible mess right here, if you see. So maybe if I remove that terrible mess, there will be terrible silver underneath. No, it's still terrible underneath. So, what do you know? Okay, so let's try the others fat again. So if you are sort of kind of old, and the reason why I ask for old people is because this is the sort of the old style of a soldering iron. It's not the new modern kind, and I'm not even sure what that means, but at least what I mean is that you are supposed to sort of file on this, I think. At least that's what I think. And if you know stuff about this, please write in the comments because I have no idea. The only thing that I have an idea about is that this shit is not all to that right now. I would really like a super good one, but I don't have that, so I have to keep doing this. Because last time I did it, it actually worked. So, what do you know? So, one more time. Smoke on the water, and this is not fun anymore, because I'm not singing. But, you know, yeah, it's looking better. At least it's looking better than it did just before. So I will try again. Maybe there's some problem with the temperature here, I don't know. But there's definitely something wrong with the solder. Sort of, it has a chemical reaction when you heat it the first time, and it's sort of popcorn-ish thing happening, and then it's impossible to melt it the second time. And it smells lousy. Alright, so if you're still with me, you are very, very welcome. Or I mean, you are very, very thank you. And okay, I'm giving up. No, I'm not giving up because I just had... No, I'm giving up. Okay, I'm giving up, so I pause and I will be back. Alright, welcome back after some struggle. I think that I might have gotten this to work. At least it's a bit shiny now. So that's good. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to sneeze now. Sorry about that. Alright, so where were we? We are building an automatic, or like a prototype of an automatic gain control. And what do you need an automatic gain control for, you might ask? Well, I'm very glad that you asked me that. Well, the reason I want it is because I want to use passive filters, that sort of low-pass filter, to shape waves. But when I do that, different frequencies will get different levels of output. So I want to build a sort of a passive sine wave generator, not generate, but filter. So square to sine using 3-pole low pass filter, and then gain, automatic gain control on the input, on the output, I mean. And maybe other stuff. And also, because it's one of the few things I have found that actually uses a Vactrol. You know, Vactrol, I don't know what it's called. Something like that. Vactrol. Yes. Placed LDR connected to LED. There you go. Okay, I am sort of accidentally getting to have the soldering iron of hell. Seriously, how can something be this bad, actually? It's like, I can't even understand it, you know? But this is where you get your money's worth on this channel. Because this is the kind of problem that you might run into while you try to learn to solder, you know? And no one is there to help you, and no one is there to help me. But you know, you know what? We are in the same boat, you know? We're in the same boat, and I know how bad this feels for you. Yes. So what we do is we just try and try again, and then we fail, and then we fail again, and then maybe one time we actually get something to work, but that's just by accident. So if you think about buying a real cheap bad solder, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not going to help you in any way, because it's really bad. Okay. So combination of bad solder and bad soldering iron means sort of very, very bad. It's like impossible to solder with it now. So what do? Well, you just get frustrated again, and then you maybe sort of accidentally touch the tip and burn yourself. And what do you do then? Well, you sort of scream, say swearing words, and you throw things, and you maybe destroy some things, you know. Are you seeing this? It's totally impossible to get the solder to melt on the surface here. But then just by chance it starts happening, and then yeah, this is fucking terrible. This is so terrible that it just don't even have a name in the English language. So what do? Well, you try to reach for a better solder, but unfortunately you might have run out of it, or you just can't find it because your workspace is so messy. So, and what do? Well, you can't give up because you are so stubborn that you keep trying with the impossible thing, even up to the point where you sort of mess something up that makes the build fail totally, and then you have failed, and then you are allowed to give up because you're a failure, and failures are allowed to give up. Isn't that the way my brain works? I am learning so much of this channel right here, and I have you to thank you for that, guys. You are so good. Because you watch me, that is the whole difference in my life. I mean, if I didn't have you to watch me, I would just be a guy sitting in my mama's basement and talking to myself. And wouldn't that be sad now, would it? Okay. So how do we try? So how do we try again, and try again? Well, just take a new thing to scratch with. So I take a knife this time. So you see what I'm doing? I'm sort of pretending that I'm carving a little barbecue stick here that I will barbecue my little sausages with. So you see? Actually, it seems to be doing the trick actually. So imagine that you are on a picnic and gonna barbecue some sausages. Alright, and then you solder again, you know. Solder again, and solder better. I mean, seriously, do you see this? Do you see what is going on here? I mean, seriously. Oh my god, so I'm going to break something. Alright. I think actually it is actually finished. So can you see how sort of shit piles up, both physically but also mentally, and also sort of informationally? So you see how the bad information right here. So if you write and draw really bad first, then you will not get much help from this, and then you solder as bad as this, so you get another chance to fail from that. And finally you do what? Well, I can't remember anything more, so I will just shut the fuck up for a fucking minute or so. So take care. So what we have got right here now is the time to bring out the guest of honor, the Vactrol. And you know, there are I think I made a movie about it, or I mean a video about it. At least here it is. Well, you can't see anything now, can you? So it looks like this. And it has two long legs. The long legs are the resistor side, two short legs, and one of the short legs is even shorter than the other one. That's the negative side of a diode. Why do I always say diode when I mean LED? Yes, so then attach a 1K resistor. Okay, I will sort of put this in sort of the crocodile's mouth like that. Alright, are you with me, people? That looks like shit, this videography right here. Alright, maybe we should zoom out just a little bit. So on the LED side, we put on 1K of resistance. Just freebasing like this. Turn, 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 turn. And then solder. Turn, 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 and then solder. So it's almost like a song. Turn, 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 and then solder. Do 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 do. Turn, 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 and then solder. Okay, it's not even close to be solderable, this soldering iron right here. So guess what? I am going to become desperate and use my such thing right here. Right, so then we need, no, it's not, do you see this? This means that the solder is bad. So you have to re-solder it. And then you turn, no, it's the same problem. So we experience so many problems today, guys. I mean, the more problems that you have seen happen on video, the more you might realize that when you fail, it's actually just totally normal. Because, you know, the guy on YouTube really failed. Okay, I'm going to change now from my soldering iron to my soldering gun. And the thing about this soldering gun is, guess what? It looks like a blue plastic gun, but guess what more is about it? It's that you're supposed to use it for sort of very short time. Just solder one thing and then, so you press the key, the button here, like you're gonna shoot something, and you count 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, too fast. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then you can use it for just a short while, like that. And then you have to let it cool down again, which is so boring that I never do that. But anyway, where were we? Yes, we are here. We are here now, inside of this circuit right here. But you don't see that because you are so unfortunate. So what is it that I'm trying to do now? Well, look here and try to understand what this means when I tap my finger just like this. Yes, it means that you were very irritated. Yes, that is true. And I'm really sorry about that. And also, I made a mistake here, so I must make my mistake go away by making a real line here. But actually, this gives me a clear indication of what to do next. So if I take my circuit board here, I take the two turquoise wires and I connect those to the well, I can actually make an opening here and then another opening there, so that we can use it because it's both output and resistance. So sort of like this. And this one right here. So then we are connecting these to the resistance part of the Vactrol like this. Turn, 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 turn. There is actually a song from the 60s like this. I don't remember the band, I don't remember the melody, I just remember the lyrics. And they are turn, 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 turn. Yeah, sort of like that. Real good song, you know. If you have a chance to hear it, you should definitely hear it, you know. It's like a lyrical ecstasy. Not ecstasy, but orgasm. Did I say orgasm? I meant organism. Yes, organism. Because if we have any sensitive viewers or listeners right here, because a lot of people actually they use this podcast as a podcast. They don't look at the video because they don't want to learn anything. They just want to hear my knowledge about life and everything else. So if you have any idea on why does people put popcorn inside of solder, please write in the comments below. I would really like to hear more about that. So let's see here. So it's actually starting to look like some... No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, we need three things. We need 2 trim pots and we need 1 ground wire. That's not too much to ask for. It's actually quite a little things. Unfortunately, I accidentally mixed up pluralis and singularis there, and I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm really ashamed of myself. And to punish myself, I will use the worst cable I have, and I will use the wrong color to confuse me even further. So I use yellow cable for ground, and that is only as like a self-inflicted injury to my own project here, because my project is related to my pride, and my pride is connected to my masculinity, and my masculinity is connected to my identity, which is also connected to my feeling of experience of life being worth living and all that. So by sabotaging for myself, I'm actually sort of cutting my own arm. I mean, like people do who have a lot of anxiety, which I, by the way, have no idea about what it is, you know. I can't even spell anxiety. So, let's see here. This is going to break so quickly. So what I do, this is the worst cable ever. So what I do is just take it sort of a way around and turn it like this, sort of like you do on a Christmas present like that. Anyway, now because a resistor is, yes, but focus now. From here, you see here, look here, there, right there, the trim pot. It goes from the non-inverting pole of the op amp, which is right there. So we need here to have a trim pot, but trim pots are so small. Do we really need to use them? Well, actually, no. We could actually do this as a... Why don't we use some proper potentiometers, because I have so many that I've never used because I hate them. So it's sort of even another chance to make things fucky for me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean fuck. I didn't mean fuck like intercourse. I meant just sort of like falling over, tripping on your own toes. So what we're saying about the values here, I need to know something about the values. Where did I write the values information? Well, I guess someone didn't make any good. Yes, here it is. Look, so clear. Everything is so clear. Do you see that? Zoom in. Okay. So here you want to put a 200K. I don't have a 200K, so what do? I have a choice between 100 and 500. So I say go with the 100. Alright, so we go with two 100s then, because I have 100 of 100s, which I hate because they are so impractical to use. Okay, so this gives me a chance to take a couple of breaths. Then I will go on my merry way and build you this beautiful module right here. Yes, beautiful. So, yes. So look at this thing right here. Take the center leg and bend it to the left. Like that. And then you have to say BAM. So BAM, because that feels like you did something good, even though you fucked up totally, but that doesn't matter. And then you do, for simplicity's sake, the same thing one more time, but this time with your fingernail. Or you can do it with the same tool, but unfortunately I dropped it and I'm too lazy to pick it up. So there you go. Now we need, maybe, I won't jump to any conclusions here. We need what exactly? Well, we need to connect this to the correct place in our circuit, because we don't have any layout or anything. It's quite confusing. Yes, it is. So from output to, yes, so focus now, from output to LED positive lead. So that is like just like this right here, as you can clearly see from my super bad layout ways right here. So because this is a potentiometer, but it is now only having two poles, two things, then it doesn't matter which side is which, because it just doesn't matter. If I fucked up, I have already fucked up when I chose which way to bend the middle leg. So just like this, and this is going to go extremely bad because I have not prepared anything for this thing right here. This is all just freebase, and freebasing is so bad, so bad, because it increases the chance of failure exponentially with the complexity of the project. And I haven't even started to count the components right here, but you know, I actually don't think there are too many components in this. Hopefully it will fit in the 10 or less, because that would be really sweet, wouldn't it, to have a automatic game control in your EURORACK 10 or less module box. What do you call it when you have several modules and you have them in a rack? Yes, in a rack. So you have a rack, because that's why it's called EURORACK, because it's a rack. But actually it's just a wooden box, or maybe not even that, you know, might be a metal box or sort of whatever kind of box. So now what we do is connect a couple of things to ground. First thing, I will actually take one more of these super bad wires, just because I want to get rid of them, because I have so many of them and they are so bad, so I really want to get rid of them. So okay, so we say this side right here, that side will be representing the ground of the trim pot, and the other side will be the ground of the LED. So that would be, excuse me, what the fuck did I just do? Did I mess up totally? Yes, you did, because you're stupid. No, I'm not stupid. I am very smart. Yes, you are. Of course you are. You're super smart. You just never show it to anyone else but yourself. Maybe when you are lying in bed thinking you are super smart, or even maybe in your dreams, you know. People celebrate your smartness, but not on this channel. No one in this channel thinks that you are smart. Everyone knows that you are unsmart. Okay. So you see why I don't need any male friends, because as we all know, male friends only bust each other's balls, and I bust my own balls. And that means I don't need any male friends. So there you go. Okay. So finally what? There's no finally anything, because this is an endless project. It's not supposed to end. It's supposed to go on forever. No, shut the fuck up. Alright, now from the yellow to the turquoise, which is only turquoise. Take the two leads, or the two legs, put them on the yellow wires, which is representing ground only in this particular project, because I'm punishing myself for being such a bad person. Then, yes, so then finally we are actually going to create something wonderful here, and I tell you why. Well, just because I have faith, you know. And I really have to go to the bathroom. I wonder if that's the sound of a solder gun about to short circuit. So now I do believe actually that we are actually done. No, I fucked up something. What did I fuck up? So just simple. Yes, focus now, focus. This is fuck up search right here. So find the fuck up. The fuck up is here, right there. This is about to be there. So, right, just cut it off and just, you know, act like it's not your fault. Act like You know, someone included in this particular project made a mistake, but you forgive them. Yes, there we go. 1 hour. 1 hour. So as I was saying, just think that when you fail, just think of it like this. You're in a project where the project is failing because one person in the project has done something wrong, but they can't help it, so you forgive them, of course. And then you just add a little fact that the one who did it was you, but you forgive yourself, because, you know, if you would forgive anyone else for failing, right? So why not forgive yourself as well? Yeah. Alright, so now we have, this goes to output. Are you seeing this? No, you're not paying close attention. I'm giving you chocolate right here. This is the output pin, this is the input pin. But where's the safety? Where's the safety 1K-er? Yes, are we gonna have to use that? No, we don't have to use that, but of course we have to use that. Otherwise we will blow up the circuit, don't you know? Jesus told us. Alright, okay, Jesus. Okay, so just quickly add this little safety resistor and hope that that is not component number 11, because then we will be sad, because we will have fucked up and we have fell out of the competition in 10 or less, because there's no such thing called 11 or less, is it? Nope. Alright. But I'm actually quite proud of myself today, because this is really a nice build right there. I mean, not the execution, but the intention. And I grade by intention, but not by execution. So, what we need now is panel and jacks. Solder gun. So, where is it, those things? Oh, you're so stupid. Now you messed up also. You mixed up singulars and plural right there. I mean, I have to be ashamed of you all the time, you know. You can't even know the difference between singular and plural. It's so basic. It's like basic 101. Yeah, basic 101. Yeah. Alright, look at this. Beautiful panel, right? So beautiful. Just a little bit along the side. Oh, the carrot there, of course. So just snip it off. Like, yeah, you know me. I know this kind of stuff. I'm just gonna go to another room in a very important chore I have to do. So bam, there you go. We are on fire today, or at least we are very, very hopeful that we are on fire. This is a panel, as everyone sees. It's very exclusive. It's made entirely out of gold, actually. But you know what? I'm actually worth that. So I'm gonna use that today, because we are doing an AGC, yes. And of course everyone knows what it means, because otherwise they need to be ashamed of themselves. No, I'm just kidding. So it's an automatic gain control, but it's not super automatic really yet, because it's just a prototype that will have two pots right here, called just simply pot 1 and pot 2, and it will have an input called in and an output called out. So there you go. Just bring out the old drill a fucking hole machines and drill a fucking holes, you know. accidentally forgot how large the hole's supposed to be, but you know, who cares? Who cares? Well, the potentiometers are gonna care. Yeah, but I don't care. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Keep saying that and everything will be just right. So, I actually invented this method myself. I think I will patent it. Look how good it is working. So, hello, patent and registration office. Can you please patent this method right here? Okay, that costs 1 million per year. And I'm like, no, I just want to patent it. And I want to patent for free because I invented something. Shut the fuck up and go home. Don't waste our time here. We are working with large companies, capitalist companies, which we want them to pay us a lot of money because that's how the world goes around, you know? Do you really want the world to be flat? Go to Flat Earth Society if you want the world to be flat. We want the world to go around, and therefore we want money. Alright, I will just be very smart now, and I will take this and just very quickly and dirtily put the dirt in the trash can. Because that's what this means, quick and dirty. That means take the dirt away, click quickly. That's what this channel is all about. Remove dirt quickly. Alright. So now we are actually going to take two colors here. One is called green, because that means it's green to put in the input there. And one there is red, that means you cannot put in any inputs here, because this is red. So, you see how smart that is? Yes. Guess what? We actually need another ground wire. Because the panels, no, the jacks need ground. Oh, that could be a really good sort of sci-fi movie. Just like Mars needs women. Jax needs ground. Yeah, I would definitely watch that, especially if it was made by an AI, but sort of inspired by Mars Needs Women, or like the 50-Foot Woman, or Godzilla, or any one of those classics. So, right, so now comes the part I don't want to do, which is put the jacks, no, put the pots in here, because that is going to fail so hard now, because I just have to do it so dirty. It's not even quick and dirty, it's just dirty, only dirty. Yes, so extremely dirty. Look here. Oh, so I just simply put them like this, and I do something. Yes, I put on the jack's knobs here. So Jack's knobs is a British actor, Jack's knobs. It's very good. He was in Brian Jones' Diary. He's a very respectable gentleman from the British Isles, and also Sir Potts the second is in there right now. So now is sort of, this is the part you don't want to see, because this is sort of sausage making of analog electronics. So you know this, it's called a hot glue gun, and there's a reason why it is used in electronics. It's because it's so quick and dirty. So it's like a huge ball of snot right here, just keeping everything nice and neat in place right here. When I bought these pots, I thought that they were going to be so good, you know, so good. But you can't attach them to the panel. So therefore, all of this fucking mess, you know, all the fucking mess. No, but I was thinking I would do a lot of printed circuit boards, and these are sort of easy to attach to printed circuit boards. But then on the other hand, you have to sort of have standoffs between your panel and the printed circuit boards, or whatever it's called. Maybe it's not called standoff, but you know what I mean. Sort of a screw which has sort of levels where you can make sort of a sandwich. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Who cares what games we choose? Little to win and nothing to lose. So focus, focus, focus. Put the input to the input. Yes, sir. Sure, we'll do that, sir. Put the output to the output. Yes, of course. Where else would I put it? Well, I don't trust you for 1 second, my little son. You would never do anything correctly. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Okay. Alright, so yes, solder that shite down and then add a ground wire. There's no power in this. Okay. Okay, so count to 20 with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. It doesn't work. What was that? What was that noise? Did you hear that? There was some kind of noise. It sounded like some sort of SMS signal or something. Alright, I'm getting really stressed now, so I will have to go to the gym and stop being so stressed, because I mean, how can you have a TV channel if you are so stressed, you know? It doesn't work. You have to be focused. So, 1 down, 3 to go. No, 1 down, 2 to go. Alright, it depends on how you count actually. Do you count 1 ground or 2 grounds, you know? So, 2 down, 2 to go. And 2 grounds, that is. Yes, you are so good at this thing right here, Mr. Stupid Nerding. Yes, thank you. But I'm not for stupid nerding. I'm merely nerding and hoarding. No, you stupid, no. Mr. Motherfucking Stupid Motherfucker or anything like that. No. Just normal learning and hoarding, yes. That's what I prefer, and that is what I would expect you to call me if you're a gentleman. I have a question. Why are there only gentlemen? Why are there no gentlewomen? I mean, do the English consider every woman to be nasty? And they expect no women to be gentle? Or do they consider every woman to be gentle and there's no need to say it? Very hard questions on this channel. Deep philosophical thinking. In a package where you can understand everything but know nothing of what is actually being said. Yes. The most stupid channel on the internet. Nerding and hoarding and philosophizing. And also learn how to have real bad soldering equipment. And oh my god, it feels like this is going to burn up now or something, but it's not melting any solder. Definitely not. Alright. Okay, so the last I'm sorry for saying such bad language, but I am irritated, and that is unfortunately the fact of life, that, you know, sometimes you get irritated and then you must sort of say bad things, or else you will maybe destroy things by hitting them, or even throwing very fine china around, and that would not be very nice nowadays. Alright, this beautiful, beautiful build will now be tested for the first time. I have no fucking idea how it's gonna work, because I never even seen anyone build something like this ever in the history of my experience of analog electronics. So I just have to double check if this actually power supply is on. Yes, it is on. Great. And then make real fucking sure not to connect the energy in the wrong way, and then make sure that you have sort of an outgoing signal right here into an amplifier that is in that your amplifier that is. Yes, you don't have to repeat anything, everyone hears what you said the first time. Wow, did you hear that? Sounded almost like bass note. Alright, so good people, guess what I have right here? A signal. Or do I? I have to double check. Wow, is that a sweet signal or what? That is a sweet signal. So exactly how are we going to test this? Do you mean we just sort of... Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I will change the volume up and down, and we will see if it changes up and down or not. Unfortunately, I changed it down. Hey, you have to see this. It's on the tube, you see? Please don't fall, please. I said please don't fall, and still you fell. Why did you do that to me? Timmy? Oh man, please. Please work. Please don't unwork. Alright.